Good morning, everybody. This is Steven with Cannin.com, and this week we're back for another technical analysis session. Let's jump right over to the pricing chart now and see what we can learn. This week we're looking at GRNF, which is the GRN Holding Corporation. They pretty much are a shell company that looks to take management stakes in other companies to see what they can do. Out of Washington. The reason we're talking about them today is they've signed some hemp deals in Florida with Sunshine Hemp, who has 2 permits to grow hemp crops. And their management is shared with a couple other companies that we've recently identified and analyzed here at Canada.com. So you'll see we're zoomed out until most of 2020 and the end of 2019. You'll see GRN was trading at about 70 cents. They've had a real tough go at it since then. Gave a lot of that back the first quarter of 2020 down to 20 cents, and since then it's been pretty horizontal. You will see kind of this upward pricing movement towards the end of the July, early August. They did announce that agreement with Sunshine Hemp in this time period, so it could have been related to some of the fundamentals there. But since then have had a rough go down to 10 cents. We're looking at a couple different indicators here. Let me zoom right back out. We're looking at smooth moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200 here on the top. The 50 period, which is the short term, is green. It's this line. Blue is the 100, and the longer term is 200, which is the red line here. So you'll see both the blue and the green line, the 50 and the 100 period, cross below the longer term 200. That's called a death cross, and it's a sign of weakness. You can see that happened here when the stock was at 40 cents. And it's stayed below until now. So sign of weakness there, really down. You will see an interim cross of the 50 over 100. That is a golden cross, but not as strong as crossing the 200. So you'll see it crossed, and since then has since crossed back below. So 50, 100, 200, definitely showing signs of weakness here if we look at the smooth moving averages. We're also looking at the CCI, the Commodity Channel Index. You'll see we're setting our boundaries like we always do at positive 100 and minus 100. There's been quite a bit of volatility on this stock. More recently, since August, since they've made that announcement in hemp, they've been well below negative 100. Currently, they're at minus 106. So another sign of weakness on the CCI. And then the MACD, which we've seen many times, has spent a lot of time in 2020 below zero. They did cross over during this pricing increase here in the late summertime. Since then, you'll see we had our cross, the MACD cross below the signal line, which, as we know, is a sign of weakness. It happened right about the peak, and since then, it's crossed back below zero and stayed there the entire time. You can see these two lines are just hugging each other, so no indication there other than the amplitude, right, which is below zero in negative territory. So weak, no signs of buy opportunities on the MACD. Weak, no signs of buy opportunities on the CCI. Weak, no signs of buy opportunities on the smooth moving average. I think it's painting a pretty clear picture of what we think you should do with GRNF, and that is, if you're a buy and hold type of investor, that is to stay away. So pay attention to our fundamental this week on GRNF. I think there are some themes with some companies that we've analyzed recently in terms of caution in the cannabis and hemp industry. But let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy trade.